The first step in the process is calibrating the pH. Once you've turned the machine on, you're going to hit detach and look up the name as an administrator. Once you've done that, hit log in and click on the first pH in the top left. Then make sure the calibration settings are adjusted and put the probe into the pH sample. Once you've done that, you're going to click OK, and then you're going to wait for the pH sample to calibrate. Once it's done that, you'll hear a beep. Then you're going to clean the probe and repeat the process for pH levels 7 and 10. Once finished completely, you're going to clean the probe for the last time, put the temporary liquid cap back on, and put the probe back into its respective spot in the lab. Once you've finished all that, you're ready for the second step of the process. The next step is setting up the EasyMax for titration. These are the materials needed found in the cabinet below. The first step, using a screwdriver, you're going to attach the metal mixer. This is done by screwing on the metal connector, then placing it inside the cap attachment. Once that's done, you're going to screw on the bottom part of the mixer. Once this is all attached, place it into the beaker and clamp it to attach. You also want to make sure you're adding the thermometer and the probe used in the previous step. The empty holes will be closed with clogs.
The next step is opening up the computer. Make sure you open the IC Control app. Then it'll bring you to an experiment screen. Hit the Start Experiment button if you want the experiment to immediately start running, or hit the Design Experiment if you want to make the experiment first, then run your experiment. It'll then bring you to a screen to connect the beaker to the computer. Make sure you hit the proper experiment according to which reactor you're using. A button will pop up to change the name of your experiment and hit OK. Then you'll be taken to a page where you can manually design the experiment and add different functions such as temperature, mixing, and the duration of each step, so put the ones relevant to your process. This is an example of what it will look like once you're finished doing this. When you're ready to start your experiment, hit the Start button at the top of the screen and the function will light up green to show what step it is on. There is also a light button on the EasyMax screen you can turn on to see your experiment. This is what the setup will look like. When your experiment is complete, a new tab will open up with your data. It will look something like this. You can now clean up and turn the machines off following the respective cleaning procedures.